Once upon a time, a crow was flying with a big piece of meat in its mouth. It was looking for a tree where it could comfortably eat that piece of meat. While flying, a flock of eagles started following it. Seeing this, the crow got very scared and started flying higher and faster to avoid them. However, the flock of eagles continued to follow it. The poor crow could not get rid of those eagles. While flying over the outskirts of a village, it saw a monk sitting under a tree and meditating. The scared crow quickly went to the monk and said, "Sir, please save my life from these eagles who are following me. They want to kill me." The monk opened his eyes, looked at the scared crow and said, "Don't worry, my friend. These eagles are not out to kill you, but they are after the piece of meat that you are holding tightly in your beak. Just leave it and see what happens." However, the crow did not want to leave that piece of meat. Just then, the flock of eagles approached near. The crow saw that and flew away from there, again flying high in the sky, but the flock of eagles continued to follow it. After a while, when the crow could not keep flying higher and the eagles were about to reach it, it followed the monk's advice and dropped the piece of meat from its beak. Immediately, the flock of eagles stopped following it and started following the falling piece of meat. The crow heaved a sigh of relief. It again went to the monk and said, "Once again, your advice has saved my life. As soon as I dropped that piece of meat, all the eagles stopped following me and started following the meat. Your advice saved my life." The monk said, "My friend, sorrow and pain remain only as long as we hold on to them. By knowing the reason and giving up our attachment to them, all our sorrows and pain will end immediately." The crow understood the meaning of the monk's words. It bowed to him and thanked him for his advice. If we examine our lives, we will find that, like in the story, the piece of meat in the crow's mouth was the cause of its trouble. As soon as it dropped that piece of meat, the eagles stopped following it and it came out of trouble. Similarly, bad habits in our lives are the cause of our sorrows. But we often think that these bad habits give us pleasure, so we don't want to leave them. However, we must remember that until we leave these bad habits, we will not be able to get rid of our sorrows. For example, if someone has an upset stomach but is not able to give up the habit of eating junk food, how can they get cured? They are also holding a piece of meat in their mouth, just like the crow, and expecting to get rid of sickness. Similarly, if a lazy person expects to be successful in life, how can they be successful unless they leave their bad habit of laziness? It is our attachment to bad habits that does not allow us to get rid of suffering. Similarly, our attachment to outer things and people becomes the cause of our suffering. Life is not painful, but we hold on to the causes of pain, due to which pain does not leave us. Therefore, if you want to get rid of suffering in your life, just drop the cause of suffering. Leave the bad habits and all kinds of attachments that are causing you suffering. If you let go of the cause, you will find that you are absolutely free and no trouble can ever bother you. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe our channel. Thank you.